Okay, so I got my Grandma 101 scarf on so that I can lay my hair down just a little bit because I just flat iron it and I need for it to just lay down just a little bit. I'm going to start with spraying my face with some rose water. Ooh. Get my skin nice and supple. Add some nutrients. Moisturize it a little bit. I already have hyaluronic acid on my face because I washed my face earlier. It's been a while ago, so I'm just going to refreshen it up with the rose water. And then I'm going to go in with one of my favorite primers. I am oily in a T-zone. And I really feel like this hooks the sister up. So I honestly just put this in on my forehead, in the bridge of my nose, and just a little bit here in this area. And you're going to see I use a different primer for the rest of my face. But for the oiliness, that Smashbox, it takes care of it the way I want it to. Next, I'm going to use the Poreless Putty Primer. Now, I apply this all over my face. I love this primer. I am not over exaggerating, but this really does fill my pores in and gives me a smooth finish for my foundation. And I just rub this in with my fingers. You can use a flat foundation brush, but I'm just going to use my fingers. I know they say a lot about the product warming up when you use your fingers. Just going to use that same logic with this primer, with warming it up and then getting it onto my skin. Ooh, I need me some chapstick because these lips are dry. And I'm just going to apply just a little bit more here because my pores are pretty big in this area. It's like I don't discover a new bump on my face until it starts itching, and then that's how I found out I got a pimple mark on my face. I hate that. So now I'm going to go in with color corrector. I like to use yellow and orange. Just to neutralize my under eye, my nose, and a little bit around my nose. So I have a MAC palette, the Pro Conceal and Correct palette, and I'm using the yellow out of that one. And then I'm going to use the Makeup Forever orange concealer. And it's not even called orange, it's called R50. Too much there. Spread it over in this area. I'm just going to keep it in this section because I feel like when it's not dark in this area, my whole eye looks healthy. It's lifted up. So I'm just going to just pat in this area, keep it there. Yes, I can notice a difference already. And I got a Rudolph nose. It's so red at the bottom of it. I don't know why. So we're neutralizing that as well, and around my nose area. I tried just orange, I tried green, I tried yellow. Green works pretty well, but when I mix the orange and the yellow, it just works out for me. So that's why I'm using the orange and the yellow, because it really does neutralize those discoloration areas. The discolor areas on my face. We're going to go with that. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is my second time getting this. That lets you know how much I really like this concealer. I love to use Tarte Shape Tape as well, but that's a little bit too light because your girl got a tan in the last couple weeks. So I'm going to have to go with the Instant Age Rewind. It's creamy, it's buildable, it's blendable. I really like this concealer. I'm just going to start with a little bit. Keep it as natural as possible. I'm going to try to keep this look as natural as possible. I'm going to blend it out with this kabuki brush. You can use your fingers. I used my fingers yesterday, which warms up the product into your skin. Make it look real natural. So yeah, let's do that. Let's start out with the fingers. I've been doing this method for the last couple weeks. I do my concealer first and then I go on top of my foundation. I don't use as much product this way, and I really feel like it's more natural because I already have the lightness and the highlighted areas under the foundation, so it peeps through, but it's still natural. You can still see the highlight, if that makes sense. It's not as harsh. And it doesn't have to be harsh if you do the foundation and then the concealer, but I just like this method. Saves time, it's quicker. I'm just gonna go in with this brush. You can use a stippling brush as well. I love to use that stippling brush for my foundation, but because I have this small brush, I'm using it. But if you don't have this brush, you can use that small stipple brush. e.l.f. has a very similar brush like this. It's the concealer brush. It's a little bit more domed a little bit, like at the top of the brush. I love y'all that much. I went and got the brush from my brush cup. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. Pretty much the same, like a kabuki concept. You can use this brush as well to blend out the concealer. Next, we're going in with one of my favorite foundation. This is the NARS foundation in the Macao color. It's an all-day luminous weightless foundation. I'm telling you, the coverage on this foundation is so beautiful. Definitely luminous. So I am literally waist training right now, y'all. It's about to get real serious with getting this waist snatched. You have no idea. I've been changing my eating habits. The goal was to change it for 2 weeks just to see how much body fat I could lose. But after 2 weeks, I really do hope that I built a habit to continue on the new diet. So it's no longer a diet. I wanted to change it to a whole new lifestyle so that I could be on a road to a better fit body, because that's what I really want. You know, you gotta start doing some things that makes you happy, that makes you feel good. And I know, I feel like my body already looks good. I hear it all the time. But you know what? You know, love you want to be on with your own body. So just working on that makes me feel good. Seeing progress makes me feel good, makes me feel happy. That creates good vibration. So if I just continue that, like overall, I just be so happy. Be in a good mood all the time because you're making some progress. Now I will be using the Mercier Translucent Glow Powder. Ah! I love this powder. I'm taking this flat foundation brush and I'm just going to, let me get these creases out. You even make sure them creases are gone before you set it. Because once you set those creases, I hate it, sis. You don't want to do that. So you see how I just set the glow powder like this, like so? That's where I want my highlight to be concentrated at. And then I'm going to add it to the bridge of my nose. Forehead. Because we're trying to be lit like a lamp. Lit there like a stamp. And then I'm going to add it to my chin. And as I stated in my previous videos, I love starting with the translucent glow powder and then going on top with the banana powder. I am using, and I just put it in like a little container. It's just unnecessary to carry that big old bottle. It's not that big, but it takes up space. Adding that banana powder on top. And the banana powder is by Revolution. I got that from Ulta. I do like this banana powder. I'm still wearing it out. So it's a good powder if you ever consider getting the Revolution banana powder. Then I'm going to add that on top of my nose, on top of my forehead. Where these specks coming from, we'll fix them in a minute. Chin. Need to set these smile lines. Because your girl loves to smile. Love to smile, and I could be having no creases. So just gonna let this sit, let this bake a little bit for a couple seconds, And then I'm gonna just wipe my forehead off, my nose, around my mouth. I'm gonna leave my under eye alone, so I'm just gonna wipe everything else off. What I just used was the e.l.f. complexion brush, a real fluffy face brush I like to use. But what I'm going to do is, which is a little bit more concentrated, I believe this is the blush brush from e.l.f. It's a little bit more tapered and domed. What is that speck doing there? Get away. Ooh. It's all good. We'll figure that out in a minute. Now I have the RCMA No Color Powder. I'm just going to set my overall face with that. That way it can go ahead and settle into the foundation, and whatever powders I add on top, like my blush, my bronzer, then it will be a smooth application from there. So, and I don't apply too much powder, just enough to set the foundation. Alright, one of my favorite parts is my brows. This brow process takes me little to no time because I do it differently now. I use the NYX mascara. Is this in French? This is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This is what it looks like. Just gonna take the excess product off the top of it, and I just swipe sideways, and I feel like that right there just gives me my shape. I really tore this one up. It's crazy. This is the Expresso. Okay, so honestly, once I conceal my brows, I'm okay with this. But if you have to have that clean arch look, what you can do next is get the brow pomade. This is actually from Walmart, this brow pomade. And it is the Salon Perfect Brow Pomade in dark brown. Take a little bit on your angled brush. That's what the angled brush looks like. Okay. And then you just fix the top of it. Like, give yourself a little arch. Don't worry about the bottom, sis. But we're going to focus on the top by adding a little arch. A little bit more color. Makes my look go by quicker is that I just use the Tinted Brow Mascara, and that's it. I don't always fix up the arch. I don't always conceal under them because a lot of times I don't think it's necessary. But for the sake of this video, I am going to do it in case you want to try this way, which is a bit quicker anyway. If you do the Tinted Brow Mascara, if you define the arch a little bit and you conceal under the brows. I'm just going to blend that bottom part out so it does not look harsh. I got to stretch my eyebrows so I can really get under there. This is how you do it. You got to stretch them brows, girl. Stretch them. Alright, now to the eyeshadow. So I was playing with two different bases. They are both by NYX. This is the eyeshadow base by NYX. And then it's the white one. Oh, and the color is white. I was trying to see if they had a special name for it, but it's the white one. Comes in this little pot. Or it was going to be the NYX Jumbo Crayon in Milk. And I like this better because it's a lot more tackier, and I feel like the shadow will gravitate to it more. This one is okay. It's too creamy, and I feel like my crease, it will crease up, and I'm not gonna like that. So I'm gonna go with the jumbo pencil, and I'm just gonna swipe this across the lid, and then I'm gonna blend that out when I'm done. Yeah, so as I'm doing this, I can really feel my lid tugging. You hear me? I like that. That feels so much secure than something creamy and loose. And I'm going to blend this up a little bit past this crease because this is where I'm going to put some color there as well. And when I tell you, girl, it's really going to make that shadow pop. And I'll be using the Juvias palette. Yes. And I want to go in with the color. Let's start with Ada. I'm going to put Ada on the outer corners. And then I'm going to use Claire in the middle. You see how that's popping already because we used that white base? And yeah, you have to be really careful with your shadows, especially dealing with colors because of the fallout. That's why I kept the powder here. I've been dealing with a lot with this camera. So this powder has been on my face for quite some time. So it's like diminishing right now. But it's supposed to catch that fallout, especially if you're not careful with your shadows. Because you do not want to do a great job on your foundation and then have to worry about cleaning up some color because you were messy with the fallout. Alright, now we're going into Cairo. Now this has some crumbs for you, so be careful. Because as I'm dipping my brush in it, it's creating a lot of crumbs. I'm telling you, this palette is so pigmented, it's crazy. Just gonna cover up that white space. I'm gonna go back with this crease brush and just blend the edges out. I think this is a little bit too far up, so I'm just gonna clean that off a little bit. Too carried away. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off. I already hate that I left this on for so long. I don't think it did too much damage, but I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe this off. I'm gonna take my bronzer, which is from the Queen Collection Q110. And what is this? This is an e.l.f. brush as well. It's the eyeshadow brush. It's really rounded, like a half round shape. I'm gonna put the color at the bottom of the brush. And I got like a little pouch on my eye so I can make my eye shape a little bit natural. And I actually want to go back in with that orange. Let's go in with this messy ass Cairo. Oh, let's pray we don't have no fall. I'm just gonna pat. Yeah, okay, so that worked out. I'm gonna wipe this off. Go back in with that bronzer and just make sure it's just blended. So it's like I have my bronzer here, and then a tight line and a straight line with the orange. So it has like a little contrast. I really like these applicators. I like the ends of them. Because I feel like I can really pack that mascara color on my lashes the way I want to. So I take the end of it. It's like a spiky ball. You probably can't see it, but I just go across my eyelashes like this, which really covers them up with the mascara like I want them to. And then I try the regular way. If you had the tight line, if you wear the tight line, you take the mask, you take the black liner and you color that lash line so it doesn't look like a gap. And I feel like when I use the tip of this mascara brush, it kind of does it for me. And then when I put the mascara on, it just covers the area the way it would if I were to tight line with the black liner. So yeah, that was a challenge to get out while I was doing my mascara. Do my bronzer. It feels so good. I look so dry. I'm just gonna create a quick lip, just a natural lip. I don't want anything bold. So this is the Sephora lip gloss in the color Perfectly Nude or Perfect Nude. And what I'm using now is from House of Flawless Bridal Vibes. I just put it in the middle, which added contrast to lips. Let me spray my face with my beautiful concoction. Ooh, they did not touch my face. This is with that e.l.f. concealer brush. And this is from the Bobbi Brown collection. It is the Highlighting Trio. This is the Highlighting Trio, and I use the Pink Gold Glow, and I also use the Golden Bronze Glow. I just mixed it together. Okay, let's fix her up because she's been cooking. No wig today, giving my hair a break. Because she has to repair. She's going through some things and she needs to breathe. Finally got my life together. I'm telling you, it has been a time getting this video together. You hear me? But it's going to be all better. It's going to be a whole lot easier real soon. Trust and believe. But here is the finished look. Yes. I really like this orange look. It just makes something this simple, you know, black and white, maybe a nude beige, or even a contrast color, just really makes everything pop. Because we're trying to pop this summer, right? Yes. Yeah, we're trying to pop this summer. So I really do hope you enjoyed this look. I really enjoyed doing this look. It's just so fun. It's popping, but it's still nice, natural, and this is beautiful. I mean, why wouldn't you want to try this look? If you want to recommend this video, please share it. If you like this video, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, why are you playing? I really do appreciate y'all for watching. Bye.